When you're parenting a toddler, it's incredibly easy to slip into certain habits with phrases like, "you're okay," "use your words," or "because I said so." They seem harmless, even helpful, at the moment, especially when you're trying to get through the day without too much chaos. But these phrases, though well-meaning, may not be as effective as you think. In fact, they can have unintended consequences on your toddler's emotional development and communication skills. So, what's wrong with these phrases, and what should you be saying instead? Let's break it down. 1. You're okay. Imagine this scenario. You're at the playground, your toddler trips over a stump, and before they even fully process what happened, you instinctively say, "You're okay." You want to reassure them, to let them know everything is fine. Many of us do it automatically, but what does your toddler hear? When we tell a toddler, "You're okay," after they've fallen or gotten hurt, we may be dismissing their feelings. Think about it. If you were to fall, hurt yourself, and someone told you, "You're okay," while you were clearly in pain, you'd probably feel brushed off. Your toddler feels the same way. They're learning to navigate their emotions, and when you tell them they're fine when they don't feel fine, it creates confusion. Saying, "You're okay," can make your toddler question their own feelings. They might wonder, "If I'm okay, why does this still hurt?" Over time, this can lead them to bottle up their emotions or think that what they feel isn't valid. What to say? Instead, next time your toddler stumbles, acknowledge their emotions. Try saying, "It looks like that hurt. Do you need a hug?" Or, "That was a scary fall. Would you like some help standing up?" This lets them know that you're there for them and that their feelings are real and important. By giving them the space to express what they're going through, you're helping them learn to manage their emotions. You're also teaching them that it's okay to feel hurt or scared and that they can trust you to provide comfort and support when they need it. This builds emotional resilience and self-awareness in the long run. Why acknowledging feelings matters. It's important to understand that acknowledging your toddler's feelings goes beyond just addressing the immediate problem. When toddlers are in the middle of feeling hurt, upset, or frustrated, they're not just reacting to the physical sensation, they're processing a complex mix of emotions. For toddlers, emotions can be overwhelming because they're still learning how to navigate them. By taking a moment to validate their feelings, you're giving them the language and tools they need to understand what's happening inside. When you say something like, "That must have been scary when you fell down," or "I see that really hurt your knee," you're teaching them emotional awareness. This not only helps in that moment, but sets the foundation for emotional intelligence as they grow older. Emotional intelligence plays a huge role in how children form relationships, manage stress, and even perform academically in the future. So, what might seem like a simple exchange of words is actually shaping a child's ability to handle bigger challenges down the line. Additionally, children who feel heard and understood by their parents are more likely to express themselves openly, which strengthens the parent-child bond. This connection helps in later years when bigger emotional issues like peer pressure or self-esteem come into play. 2. Use your words. We've all been there. It's the end of a long day. Your toddler is whining because they want something, and you're running low on patience. You might be tempted to say, "Use your words," in an effort to get them to express what they want more clearly. But here's the thing. Toddlers aren't always capable of using their words yet. At this stage of development, toddlers are still learning how to communicate. Their vocabulary is limited, and sometimes they just don't have the words to describe what they're feeling. Asking them to use their words might actually make them more frustrated, especially if they don't know how to express what they want. When they can't find the words, they resort to whining, pointing, or crying because that's how they know to get their needs met. Telling them to use your words without giving them the tools to do so can feel overwhelming for them and may lead to more frustration, not less. What to say? Instead, rather than asking them to do something they may not be ready for, model the language they need. If your toddler is pointing at a toy but can't articulate what they want, say something like, "It looks like you're frustrated because you can't reach the toy. Do you want the truck?" This gives them the words they're struggling to find and helps them understand how to communicate their needs. By consistently modeling language and naming emotions for your toddler, you're helping them build their vocabulary and emotional intelligence. Over time, they'll start to use these words themselves, making it easier for them to communicate what they want or how they feel in a more constructive way. 3. Because I said so. The classic, because I said so. It's a phrase that slips out when you're in a hurry or stressed, and your toddler is being stubborn or asking endless questions. Maybe you're trying to get out the door, and they insist on wearing their rain boots on a sunny day. Instead of taking the time to explain why rain boots aren't necessary, you say, "Just put on your shoes because I said so." While it might feel like a quick fix at the moment, using "because I said so" can backfire. Toddlers are naturally curious and constantly learning about the world. When you shut down their questions or requests with this phrase, you're missing an opportunity to help them understand the reasoning behind your decisions. Worse, they might start to feel like their opinions and curiosity don't matter. Over time, this can create feelings of frustration and powerlessness. If they hear "because I said so" too often, they might stop asking questions or pushing boundaries, which is a natural and important part of their development. Toddlers need to understand why certain rules exist, even if they don't always like the explanation. What to say? Instead of defaulting to "because I said so," try offering a simple explanation. For example, if your toddler insists on wearing rain boots on a sunny day, you could say, "We don't need rain boots today because it's not raining. Let's wear these shoes instead." This helps your toddler understand the reasoning behind your decision, even if they still feel disappointed. Giving a reason doesn't mean your toddler will always agree with you, and that's okay. The goal is to help them understand the logic behind your decisions, which will ultimately help them develop critical thinking skills. Over time, they'll learn to make decisions based on reasoning rather than just following orders without question. Why these alternatives matter. You might be wondering why something as simple as changing a few words can have such a big impact on your toddler's development. The truth is that toddlers are at a critical stage where they're learning how to navigate the world, express their emotions, and communicate their needs. The words you use with them matter because they're laying the foundation for how your child will relate to their emotions, communicate with others, and solve problems in the future. By shifting from phrases that dismiss or shut down their emotions to ones that validate and guide them, you're helping your toddler develop important life skills. You're teaching them that it's okay to feel hurt, frustrated, or confused, and that there are healthy ways to express those feelings. You're also showing them that their questions and opinions matter, which builds their confidence and curiosity. Conclusion: parenting a toddler is hard, and no one gets it perfect all the time. We all have moments where we fall back on phrases like, "You're okay," "Use your words," or "because I said so." However, being mindful of how we respond to our toddlers' emotions and questions can make a big difference in their development. Instead of dismissing their feelings with, "You're okay," try acknowledging their emotions and offering comfort. Instead of asking them to use your words, model the language they need to express themselves. Instead of relying on "because I said so," take a moment to explain the reasoning behind your decisions, helping your toddler understand the world around them. These small shifts in language may seem subtle, but they can have a lasting impact on your child's ability to manage their emotions, communicate effectively, and think critically. And as a parent, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give them. So the next time you're tempted to say, "You're okay," or "because I said so," take a breath and try one of these alternatives instead. Your toddler, and their future self, will thank you.